Milt, you've talked in the past about, how proud you are to finish out the Super Bowl, finish out the Miami game. How nice was it to finish out this one with that sack and give your head coach a little souvenir as well?
Nah, man. Shoot, he started the week off. Said big dog show up in January, and no, I was just preaching that to our group all week. It's on us. What we do. I've been saying that all season though. Like, we can control the game. If we do what we need to do up front, we're gonna win. And I felt like we did that tonight.
Milton, you've been part of winning before. How valuable is a game like this to win the way that you guys did, to going forward to know that you can win that way, and because a lot of the playoff games have to be won that way?
Yeah, no, it's playoff football. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get nasty. But you got to just keep going. Good, bad, whatever. Move on to the next play and figure out what to do to get them stopped.
Milton, I get two, if that's okay. On the split lip with Vrabel, can you take us back to the instant replay on that? What happened?
Man, I was just turned. That's just pure emotion. I think I headbutted everybody, but I forgot Vraves had no helmet on, so he'll be all right, though. He'll be all right.
And then picking back to the game, the sudden change when they had the interception at the 10-yard line, and you guys came onto the field. How big was that sequence?
Yeah. No, standing up in the red zone is big. You play good red zone defense, you're going to win a lot of games in the NFL. So, man, just shout out to our coaching staff, all the players. We stood up when we needed to and got a big stop, got our offense the ball back, and kept the points down. So that was big for us and winning this football game.
Milton, you've been a leader. Are you proud of what your leadership has helped produce from this defense?
Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, no, like I said, I just keep it simple, man. I'm not a big rah-rah guy unless it's we playing, but, I just keep it simple. Told the boys, man, this is just another football game. We've been doing this all our life, but keep it simple. Keep it simple. We don't need no superhuman effort from anybody. Just go out there and do your job and be where you're supposed to be. And, the rest is going to take care of itself. And we did that tonight.
Last question, Dan Roach in the back.
Milt, I think this was the first time since early November, that you were in the lineup, Robert was in the lineup, and Harold were all in the lineup together. How much confidence did that give you coming into this one, and how much did it pay off?
Nah, yeah. Football is a tough sport. You're going to go down, you're going to miss some games, but just shout out to our training staff. Making sure guys come in every day and doing what they need to do to hurry up and get back. Shout out our strength staff, keeping guys ready, keeping us in shape, making sure we're lifting. Our nutrition staff, keeping making sure we're getting our food. Everything that we need to do. They've been helping us check off those boxes, and just to get those guys back. We still got Big Tonga coming back, so we're gonna welcome him back, and it's gonna be good for us.
Thank you, Mel. Feel to be moving on.
Feels all right, man. Feels all right. We're gonna enjoy this one for 4 hours and back to work tomorrow.
There haven't been too many games you guys have played like that where it's low scoring, just really gritty. What was kind of going through your mind throughout this one?
That's a good ass football. Excuse my language. Yeah, that's a great football team. They're well coached. They're disciplined. They came in with a great game plan. For us, Drake May played a hell of a game. I don't know if y'all watched it or y'all really know the plays inside and out, but he made good decisions. Everybody worked their tail off. We talked about straining all week and, talking about liking us. It's not about everybody else. And I still don't believe we played our best ball. Even myself included, I want to be better. But I feel like the will to win, it matters. Like when it comes to X's and O's, they cool and all, but I guess it's the Willie and the Joes, they make a difference. Drake out there playing well, guys making plays. It's showing up.
What's to say that you didn't play your best ball, but you're still moving on to the divisional round?
They say we got room to grow. Throughout the season, we've been planning for that. We've been trying to get better each and every day. You got to give guys credit. You got to give that football team a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? They prepared the right way. They had some answers for some of the things that we do. It's a lot that we can learn from. So for me, I feel like escaping that thing with a win, defense showed up, man. Let's call it what it is. Quarterback played well. Defense showed up when they needed to, and shout out to Milton Williams.
What did you see out of
Glad to have him on my team.
What did you see out of Drake just on the sidelines in the huddle after the couple turnovers? And how he bounced back?
I touched on it a little bit during the week. I expected the same person, and it was the same person I got throughout the season. He's consistent. He's not going to get too high. He's not going to get too low. And always focused on that next play. I always tell him this next play is your what. You know what I'm saying? And I think y'all know the rest, but if y'all don't, it's your best play.
Do you guys get as juiced up on his scrambles as the crowd does?
Oh, you can't get juiced up. You got to turn around and go block somebody. And I'll be a little concerned, too. You know what I'm saying? He's a guy that, I don't know about his slide. I don't think he played much baseball growing up, all that basketballs.
Thoughts on the defense tonight?
Huh?
Thoughts on the defense?
He must have missed me giving him all the credit. So let's just double down on all the credit. I'm putting all my chips on the defense. They scored 3 points. Yeah. That says a lot about our defense. And that's a well-coached team. They had a good offense. They got a great quarterback over there. They got a good run game, and they got some huge O-linemen. So they play that tough nose, that hardball defense, and coming out with a stand and having them get 3 points. I don't know how many yards they had, but our defense looks like they're back in rare form. So,
Steph, whether it's the offense or the defense, this is a perfect example of a win is a win, especially
complementary football. Yeah, 100% complementary football. You got to give some credit to special teams as well. They came out with some juice. They made some plays, and that kind of jumpstarts our offense and defense when guys playing with violence and playing clean but playing with violence. That means a lot to us, and we love to be a part. I just love being a part of this team. And you could tell when you talk to guys around this team, man, you happy for the guy. Everybody's willing to good for another guy. Oh, Kayshawn Boutte, I don't care what the yards say. The guy can play. Everybody's running around. And Chiz even showed up with some big blocks. I don't know if y'all watched the tape, but or watched it live. He had a big block on Derwin James that sprung a run. So complimentary football, everybody just doing their 111.
Speaking of Chisholm and Williams with big first down plays, what does that say just about the rookies you guys have on this team?
They contribute and they're ready. The moment isn't too big for them. I feel like you can trust those guys out there. They've been the same guys. They've been consistent, and we got a lot to play for. We want one of our brothers back. He'll be back soon, but those young guys holding it down. They're holding it down how they're supposed to. And throughout the season, you saw them be productive. You might not see them catch many passes, but what they were doing on the practice field, Chisholm been putting on display all year. So I'm super proud of him. He's just being a young dog. I called him a dog earlier. I was like, just keep being that, man. I'm super proud of you guys. And Kyle Williams.
Speaking of rookies.
I don't want to, matter of fact, y'all know Kyle Williams and y'all going to continue to know Kyle Williams. There you go. Give him some love.
Speaking of rookies, your rookie kicker has been pretty impressive all year.
Hey, easy now. Let me see your hand.
Is that real?
He's
been impressive this
pretty
season.
good.
And just to see, in a playoff game like that, how impressive has he been? And just for you to kind of
He's just been consistent. I think the kicker, or if you may, he's another skill guy. He scores points. He's contributing to the team. He's doing his job, and this kind of goes unnoticed. But those guys have a pretty hard job, in my opinion. I don't think I could do it, but they playing at a high level as well. It's kind of like a quiet high level because it's not as exciting. But I feel like down the stretch, it's helped us. It's helped us throughout the season, and we even got our own little handshake. So he's doing a little bit.
Up next for you guys, it'll be either the Steelers or the Texans. Yeah. Any preference or?
Not at all. Play what's in front of you. You don't know who you're going to play. Both of their teams are good. We played one of them, and the other one has one of the best defenses in the league. So you don't know what's going to happen with that game. I watched all the games yesterday, watched all the games today, and I'm going to continue to watch all this good ball. There's some good ball going, man, and I enjoy the game. So.
Stefon,
wow, Jinx, you owe me $1 million. Yeah. Sorry, $1 million is crazy. Go ahead.
As part of your pregame speech, you said, nobody likes us, nobody believes in us. What sparked that?
Do you think that's true? In your opinion?
That's not for me to say.
I'm asking you. I asked your question. You asked me a question. I asked your question. What do you think? Do you think people were behind us? People were supporting us in a way that's like they just thought the Patriots was going to go this far? Yes or no?
I don't think people care what I have to say.
I'm just asking you. I'm asking you. Yes or no?
I'm curious what you think.
Oh, see, I'm going question for a question. Anybody else? She doesn't want to participate in this. So
I'm going to say people said no.
Yeah, 100%. I think from my vantage point, obviously we got a different scope of things, but y'all in the media, y'all see it each and every day. I don't think nobody really liked us. Nobody, believed in us in the May. We were a young team. We got a young quarterback, and throughout the season we just grew, and we kind of grew together, and as we've had this success, everybody's been humbled, everybody's been unselfish, and everybody just wants to win. So why I said it is because it's the truth. Nobody liked us but us, and I love us. I like us a lot. I tell them every time, and as we continue to grow and become that team that we believe, they'll start liking us eventually. By that time, it'll be too late, I hope.
Do you think that plays into the easy schedule narrative that's been talked about a lot? And do you feel like you guys maybe quieted that tonight a little bit?
I mean, it's noise. All of it is noise. Like, we just play who's on the schedule. Like, if we lost those games, we'd be having another conversation. A lot of those teams that we played supposedly that weren't good teams, that were 9-8, and they battled with a lot of teams. Like, considerably, Cincinnati didn't have their best year, but they was in the game with everybody. They were scoring 30 points, 40 points. You know, Cleveland still had a good team. Atlanta beat some teams, so. I feel like, you know, it's just part of a narrative. It's a bunch of noise. At the end of the day, we don't care. We just play what's on our schedule. And it's the P's now. So if they say, yeah, I hope nobody's saying that team wasn't a good team. But
Stefon,
I digress.
how tough is Drake May? Not just physically, he took a lot of hits, but turning the ball over, then going out and throwing the touchdown pass that he had to Hunter Henry right in stride.
He's young. He's from North Carolina. He comes from a long lineage of ballers, you know. So I expect a lot from him all the time. I expect him to get up and dust himself off. That's why we always say the next play, your best play. Forget about the last one. We can't do nothing about it. We'll learn from it. You know, when guys just talking about straining a little more. And, you know, he's just poised. I told you he's been consistent. He's the same guy each and every day. He works extremely hard to be that young and to be seeing it and to be playing at a high level. It's a surprise to everybody else, but, you know, we had a different glimpse of it throughout training camp and stuff like that. So you're just happy for him, and willing to good for your brother, and really willing to good is giving everything you got. He continues to do that, and we'll do the same.
Last one for me. Hunter, just can you take us through kind of the emotions of full house, crowd rocking, and it was a dogfight for a while there.
Shoot, 60 minutes of a dogfight. Yeah, juices were flowing early. Obviously, we didn't execute, you know, to the best of our ability early, but just kept fighting, just kept sticking to it. I mean, credit to our defense for just hanging us in there and just playing unreal all day long. Just really, really cool to watch. You know, just a lot of guys competing at a high level and just continuing to strain and, you know, find different ways to, you know, make a play. And yeah, man, pretty cool night. Atmosphere was awesome. It was fun.
Alan Siegel? Hunter, you had 35 guys making the playoff debut tonight. Is there something to be said for playing a game like this, winning, and now having the idea of what playoff football is all about going forward to next week and possibly beyond?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely different than the regular season. So, you know, it's cool to get everybody out there and, you know, come out with a big-time win and feel the environment, feel kind of just everything that it takes to win a big-time game, and it takes everybody, offense, defense, special teams, and, you know, that was on full display today.
Hey, Hunter. Congrats on the win. Can you take us through what you saw on the touchdown catch?
Yeah, I mean, it was honestly just great scheme, great design by Josh, good timing. You know, something, you know, we work on, and obviously they're a very predominantly zone team, and then played zone and just caught him. Drake obviously threw a great ball. I mean, took all guys. They blitzed the guy. I just saw up the middle, and, you know, Travion made a big-time block to make sure, I'm pretty sure that was Travion, up the middle right there to free it, you know, give Drake a little extra time. And you know, it takes all 11 guys. You know, Kyle was, you know, ran his speed out there as a threat, and guys have to really respect it. And, you know, he ran a great route, and they have to respect him. So just, it takes all 11 guys, and, you know, he was just able to execute in a big moment.
Hunter, you had a 9-3 lead, and the touchdown drive was kind of a close things out drive. How much does that mean as an offense to have a drive that pretty much puts the game away? And is there an attitude behind that, knowing that, you know, you get 7, that the game's pretty much over the way your defense is playing?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we should have, you know, scored more, honestly. Just feeling that way as an offense. Left some points out there. Obviously, turnover in the red zone, you know, you missed 3 points, and then just the turnovers in general. Just some miscues early, you know, not being able to sustain some drives, and, you know, just juices were flowing, and we just need to settle down. And obviously, once we settled down and got things kind of going, playing our style of ball, it was a lot of fun to be a part of. And yeah, the drive was big for us.
Hunter, to your right. No, yeah, to your right. What was the crowd, the atmosphere like for you guys?
Man, that was special, man. That was really special and elite. Really cool to be a part of, man. It really was. We all felt it. We felt the energy, and man, just thankful for Pats Nation for coming out and supporting. That was really special night.
You guys, excuse me, we're in 22 a whole lot there in the second half. Wasn't what you scored the touchdown on, but you guys were in heavy. What was the advantage you were trying to exploit there with those personnel groups?
Not to get into like too many details, but Josh is putting guys in positions to be successful and trying to create mismatches in different ways and do different things. We mix match a lot of different personnels, and that was just kind of the flavor that we started running with down the stretch there. I feel like it just kind of settled some things down. We were able to kind of stay ahead of the chains, how we want to play. And it was just we were executing, and guys got to play different positions and kind of move all over the place, and so that's the beauty of this offense, and it's a lot of fun.
Thank you, Hunter.
Rhamondre, congratulations on the win.
Appreciate that.
Obviously, you've been here for a long time and first playoff win. Just how's it feel?
It feels great. Like you said, it's my first time getting a playoff win, and it was at home, so we're going to enjoy it until tomorrow and see who our next opponent is.
Another game with a lot of big plays from you. What's rolling so right for you right now?
I couldn't tell you. I'm just trying to stay disciplined, trying to stay in the places I need to be, just stay disciplined on my run reads, on where I need to be in the pass game and things like that. And, I'm just, making some plays.
Felt like the offense at times was a little less connected than we've seen it at different points in the year. How do you feel like you got into a rhythm with Drake early in the game and were able to carry that through?
Well, I think every game's, a little different. The Chargers defense, that's a good defense. They fly around and things like that. I think it just took us a little longer than it needed to be for us to settle in and things like that, but came out with the dub, so we're excited.
Rhamondre, can you take us through? It looked like that Drake made a check on the 48-yard completion, the little check down from the 2. Could you just kind of take us through what was going on there?
I think he just seen pressure was coming. He checked the play a little bit, and I got out on the check down. He looked my way, threw it to me, and I think K-Dub was over there blocking, and I just got behind him and tried to get as many yards as I can. No. That's Trayvion's job.
I got a couple. First of all, was Mom in the crowd again for today's game?
Yes, she was. Yes, she was.
How does it feel to have her here?
It feels great. I love, when she comes out and support me. My brother's here as well, so just having family around to support me is great.
Obviously, the game might not have started the way that you wanted it to, but it feels like the team showed a lot of resolve in this one. Mm-hmm. What's that say about the squad in general?
That we're relentless. We're going to fight together, no matter if it's good play, bad play, going through some ups and downs, things like that. We're just going to fight together and see what happens when at the end of the game.
Rhamondre, were you interested to kind of learn how this team would respond to a playoff type of environment, or did you know how tonight was going to kind of go? That resolve, the ability to respond from adversity. Do you need to kind of see some of that?
It's great to see. It's great to see. We kind of did it in Baltimore a few weeks ago. We rallied back, and just being in a room with these guys every day. I know how close knit we are. I know how relentless we are. I know how we stick together. So it wasn't really something I needed to see, but it's great to see. Appreciate it, guys.
BORREGALES played his ass off tonight. We started off a little slow. They kept us in it. Able to put some points up later, but man, those guys played their tail off tonight. So, hats off to them.
How does it feel to be moving on?
Yeah, it's a blessing. That's what you work for. Get another opportunity to go out there and play. You can ask for it. That's what we'll do. We find that little play and just ready to go.
Well, what did you see from Drake in the way that he responded after a couple of turnovers?
Yeah, he's a very poised player. Nothing can really rattle him. But everybody on this team has the most confidence in him. To just beat him.
Good to see y'all.
No matter what happened, everybody in this locker room has full trust in him. He could be the one and show that gives us what we need, and that's exactly what he did.
Obviously, we didn't know how to start the way we are too, but the team showed a little resilience. What's that say about the team?
Yeah, like I said, shout out to our defense, man. They showed up ready to play. They stopped the run. Not a lot of passing yards for the other team. They just played their tail off, played with their hair on fire all night.
How fun is it to watch Rhamondre Stevenson's doing that?
Oh, it's awesome. There's no better feeling than watching the running back play well, hit big runs, make guys play. It's just a really good feeling. And hats off to him. He works his tail off. He's a great dude, a great player, and excited to play next week.
How much confidence does it give you guys knowing that the defense was as dominant as it was tonight?
I mean, this is a team sport. It's playoff football. Not everything is going to be clicking on all cylinders for 4 quarters. He picked us up when we needed it. We responded late. But like I said, at times, hats off, they played their ass off tonight.
Drake just said that you like to do something a little funny to his player introductions. How funny does it feel like?
No, I mean, I think it's cool. I've never done it before. Just whenever you have a good crowd like that, it's like so that it's energy rolling for the guys. Not even just for me. I think a lot of people enjoy it, but yeah, it's awesome.
We have to say
One thing to hear about the playoff experience from it is what did you take away from your first actual side for coming in late?
It was great. The crowd was awesome tonight. Said it, the second go is the best I've seen since I've been here. Super excited to have another opportunity to play in front of them next week.
How important was it to get Rhamondre to continue going from where he left off last week?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. He's a great player. He's playing his tail off right now, and like I said, there's no better feeling in O-line than to watch your running backs play well. So, we just got to keep it going, have a bigger week of practice, and get ready to go.
And what did you see out of Drake just on the sidelines in the huddle, just after a couple rough moments there and the way he bounced back?
Yeah, I mean, he's a very poised player. Everyone in the locker room has the utmost confidence in him. Lead us no matter what happens. He is who he is for a reason. He doesn't flinch, and I'm glad he's on our team.
Robert, congrats on the win. Just kind of take us through from your perspective. How excited were you to come out of the football field for the first time in a month and play, and how proud are you of this defense, and what do you think you guys did well tonight against the Chargers?
Yeah, a lot of questions there, but first and foremost, I'm just so proud of this defense. We've really come together, and to hold an offense like that to 3 points in a playoff game is huge for us. It just is another boost of confidence for what we've already been doing all year. So we're just going to continue sticking to the game plan that we've been on and take it from here.
Back, Robert, to the start when they had the interception and you guys had the sudden change. Take us back to that and what you remember about that.
Early in the game, you need a stop. It's 1st and 10 on the 10-yard line, and for us to come out of there only giving up 3 points was what our defensive goal. If we didn't get a turnover there, we wanted to hold them to 3, and for us to get that done was such a huge start for us early in the game. Eventually keeping them out of the end zone altogether, this game was huge.
And thinking back to that sequence, how much do you think that helped the defense sort of build from there and continue on?
You look at Marcus Jones' tackle on a 6'7" quarterback who's running downhill on the 2-yard line. For him to be able to get him down on the ground, such a huge play that ultimately changes the game for us.
By the way, hey Robert, just seemed like Zach was dialing up the blitzes pretty well tonight. Just as the guy that's getting that call from the sideline, what was it like from your vantage point?
Zach has been great all year. He keeps the dial spinning. He keeps offenses guessing all year. He's been doing that. Just after the game, talking to a few of the guys on their team, they had no clue what we were doing, and they came up and said that. We have no clue what you guys were in all game. So for him just to be able to build those packages throughout the week, our back end players to know how to disguise the different defenses really keeps quarterbacks guessing.
Thanks, Robert. And along those lines, you guys made Justin Herbert uncomfortable, it looked like all night tonight. I know that's your job as a linebacker and as a defense, but how much do you relish the opportunity to just sort of get into that pocket and not enable him to make plays?
Yeah, our D-line did a phenomenal job. Milton, KC, guys that are called upon in big situations, coming up with big-time plays, so I couldn't be more happy for those guys. Marcus Jones coming off the edge. He's always a feisty blitzer, and he gets the job done. So for him to be able to come out and melt with that game-winning sack just to seal it, it's huge for us. And we're just going to continue to build on what we already know works.
Was it fitting that Milton got the kind of the last play there, given what he's meant overall, and what has he meant in terms of leadership for a guy that's been a winner before, that's been there before, that's kind of helped bringing you guys to that level?
You look back at how our season started, and it started in Miami with the Milton Williams game-winning sack. So for us to be able to be in the playoffs and him to come up with a huge play like that, I'm going to just go tell him we're going to need more of that. So everything that you've given us, just give us some more. And I know he will, because he's a hard-nosed player that comes out and works every day.
Thank you very much, Robert.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, LeVon, just thoughts on the effort from you guys defensively to hold them to 3 points. Really starting with that goal line stand all the way through. What was it like for you guys as a defense to do what you did tonight?
Man, I think we just truly played to our identity. It was a mindset going into the game who wanted it more. So even when we did, you know what I'm saying, find a way to start the drive inside the end zone, the red zone, we knew getting onto the field that regardless of what it was, man, we trying to end this with a stop. We knew that was kind of almost guaranteed 3 points, but we didn't want to leave with 3 points either. So just coming out here today, man, we knew that it was a great defensive team. It was ranked top 10 in a lot of categories. So it was going to be a defensive battle, and we knew going out there it was going to be about who wanted more, the better effort, and obviously controlling Herbert as a quarterback.
Can you take us through the strip sack?
Yeah, we knew going into the week, obviously the quarterback and having some issues with his hand. So ball security was going to be a thing going into the week. And every chance that we get, man, was to attack the ball and get the ball out. And we knew we needed opportunity. We talk about that all the time with Raves. Every chance that we get, let's attack the ball with violence and effort, and that's going to it. So opportunity every time we get a chance to get around the quarterback. Like I said, we knew he had a hand problem. So going into it, man, just try to punch the ball out for sure.
And just generally, what made your pass rush be able to be so productive, especially in the second half?
Just violence and aggression, man. Continue just who wanted more, and that's all this game was about. We knew we had opportunities. Man, shout out to the defensive backs and the back seven, man, for just giving us those extra seconds to get to the quarterback. So huge shout out to them, and without them, none of this would have been possible for sure.
Caleb, you guys dominated the red zone tonight. What do you feel? Do you feel like something was different about the way you played down there this game?
Yeah, I wouldn't say anything was different. We knew that was an area for sure that we've been wanting to pick up on all year long. Obviously, teams have been having me getting a chance to get to the red zone on us, but when they do, man, we need to nut up and make those plays. So just being able, like I said, we started a drive inside the red zone, or somehow they got down there. There was an X play or a penalty, however it may happen. We knew we had to come out to find a way to get out the field and end the drive, whether, like I said, it was 3 points or no points at all for sure.
Caleb, what did you like about your matchup with the Chargers coming in?
Yeah, I think it was more so just going against the quarterback for sure. We knew we had opportunities. The back seven, man, we was talking about this all week. We knew that would give us great opportunities and just allow him to hitch the ball and just give us that extra second. And it was just going to be about us, man. Coach Ray's talked about it all week. Your big-time players make big-time plays in these moments for sure. So find a way and get to the quarterback and find a way to get the ball out and get off the field, make stops and get the ball back to offense and Drake make hands. I think that's what's best for everybody.
You guys hadn't allowed fewer than 10 points all season. You do that tonight in your first playoff game. What does that say about what you might do next?
Man, just keep balling. Just keep going, stack on the momentum. It's nothing that we never thought we was capable of. Obviously, I feel like we continue to get better as the season goes on, as the games pile up. So as these opportunities present themselves, we got to keep taking advantage of them for sure.
You mentioned that the Chargers were a top 10 defense. Mike has a way of pushing buttons sometimes, Mike Vrabel. Was that something that he pushed buttons on you guys and said, hey, these guys are pretty good?
Yeah, no, it's a challenge for sure, especially when you're talking about the beginning of the week, man, and you kind of just propose a challenge at the offense, you know what I'm saying, just saying that those guys, I think they was like, I don't know, top 5 and 3 and outs, starting drives and kind of just getting people off the field, and obviously they was getting turnovers and just finding a way to get to the quarterback. You just think about yourself as a defensive man, just like, man, I think personally, man, we know how to affect the game and change ways the same way. So when we get out there, I think that's a fire on you, regardless of kind of what the situation is that you can put on the field. You're the better defense, and you're the better player, you're the better guy versus your matchup out there, so make it happen.
We've watched your coach get it, be in the bottom of a scrum and joint practices, emerge with a bloody lip. We watched tonight, gets headbutted by Milton, at the end. What's it like to watch him be a part and lead what you guys are able to do?
No, he better stop with his ass in that training room for sure. So, no, but it's huge, man. I think the guy, obviously, he still wants to play, man. That experience, that excitement, the aggression that he calls the game, obviously he leads his team with. I think that's the true identity that we all try to, display and get on the field. So grateful to go to war with a guy like that, man. And I know he'll never change for sure. So excited to be with him. Yeah. Appreciate y'all.
The person and the situation, and you're like, okay, now's the time to prove who I am.
No, it's just noise, but it ain't nothing but motivation. Just, oh, he ain't this, he can't do this, he not that, whatever. No, I show up every day and put the work in. So I'm confident in what I can do, and I want to show that every time I get out there.
Does that define this group in some ways? Do you feel like this defense as a whole has been kind of overlooked, and it's guys that maybe have been told you're not this, you're not that, and you can't do this?
Oh yeah, I feel like everybody on our team have been told that at least once in their life, and everybody got a chip on their shoulder. So we go out there and we're trying to show that we're trying to have each other back, and we're trying to dominate. No matter how you got here, where you come from, it don't matter.
Vrabel was asked about you, and the first thing you said was the big dogs come out in January. Have you heard that from him before? Is that something you talked to him about? Like, where does the big dog thing kind of come from, especially in the playoffs?
No, that was the first thing our first meeting of the week. He looked at me and BMO and said, "Big dog show up in January." And we was hearing it all week. He showed up.
What was your reaction when he said that?
All right. I want to hear it. I like when people talk, so I can just give me a little extra juice.
Yeah. What happened with you two on the sideline where you kind of made contact with his helmet, and there was a big deal about the blood and all that? What happened with you two guys there?
Man, I was headbutting everybody. I just forgot Braves and had no helmet on. He'll be all right, though. He'll be all right. He's tough.
Sorry to come in late, but just what was that like to just provide the exclamation point there?
I'm blessed. Blessed to be in the situation. It was big for our team to seal the first playoff win. It felt good, but we're on to the next.
That's the mindset, huh? Already.
In your experience going through winning the Super Bowl championship last year, how important is that first one to kind of get everything, get everybody's nerves, get the first one out of the way? The guys haven't played before, and is that just kind of relief in getting through that first game, and does that kind of help you guys moving forward where everything is somewhat familiar in terms of how playoff games work?
Just building confidence. A lot of guys ain't been in this spot before. Just building confidence. First playoff game. A lot of guys got to go out there and see what it's like. The margin of error being really small, and just being on your details. Everybody being on their details, executing at a high level, and you saw what it looked like tonight.
Guys, one more question for Milton. He already went to the podium, so he was already available.
Thanks, dude.
Thanks, man.
How would you kind of just describe your mentality going into those moments in your first playoff game, being a rookie kicker? How would you describe how you kind of feel in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, it feels great. I really just go in there not really, dwelling on the fact that it's a playoff game. Really just go in there and just treat it like any other game, because it can get no moments too high, no moments too low. I like to stay neutral. That's how I like to say it, and really just go from there and just stay neutral.
What is it about the Miami Hurricanes in the playoffs?
They're national champions. That's what it is.
Soon enough?
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to watch the guys go out there and have some fun. And it's at Hard Rock, so it's pretty much a home game. So that'll be fun.
But between you having a great game and then them having the season that they're having right now, there's something in the water with the U, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, that's just proof that God is real. God is working down in Miami and obviously here in the Patriots.
What was it like to just watch this game unfold? Obviously, it was super tight there until the end. Gritty defensive performance.
Andy Borregales. Repeat your question. Sorry.
Just how just watching this game unfold. It was a close game. You guys have. I think the offense was second in points per game this season. So just to play a game like this where it was low scoring and came down to the fourth quarter, what was it like just watching it unfold?
I mean, I'm gotta just stay locked in no matter what, even if we're up big or it's a close game. I really don't really look at the score much, just because I can go in at any moment. You never know. But I mean, it was very exciting to watch. Obviously, on the sidelines, I know what's at stake, but when I go in, I'm kind of just not thinking about it.
As a rookie, maybe you don't know what to expect out of a playoff game. Is it nice to just kind of have like the first one out of the way a little bit, and you guys?
Yeah, definitely. Like on my way here, I was like, wow, like kind of took a step back. I'm like, dang, like in the playoffs, my rookie year. Not too many people could say that, and again, just praise God for that, and just go from there.
What was that experience like for you, though? Just accounting for the first 9 points in the game for you guys.
I'm just doing my job. That's what I'm here for. That's what, they drafted me for, and just, I guess, completing their wishes.
What was that first one, though? I mean, did you have the butterflies running through your first trot out there?
No, not at all. Like I said before, I mean, I kind of just treat every kick like it's a game-winning kick no matter what. So I just go out there and do my job.
What can you say? Andy, you told Chris Price the other day that you grew up watching Vinatieri and you dreamed about playing in games like this. I think in essence, how long did you visualize moments like this? Or how much did you picture yourself in a situation like this playoff game?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of times like that, a lot of dreams, a lot of daydreaming. But I mean, actually being able to live it is a different experience. And again, all I can do is really just praise God and thank Him for, the path that He has me on, and I'm just following His path. And wherever He guides me, I'm going.
At the end of the first half, the Chargers have the ball, not much time left, and then Drake has the long run. How much time did you have to prepare to anticipate that you might fall upon this one?
Based on how we've done over the season, I was already hitting in the net before we even got the ball. My bad, Bryce.
Cool guy. No, you stay. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot what I was saying, but yeah.
So there's only so much film that you can watch, and you start dissecting them a little bit. So you played two good teams. You expect a little slow, stalemate game, but I was proud that we was able to pull it out.
You look at the defense; they only gave up 3 points, and they shut them out in the second half. What an effort!
Yeah, those some dogs. I feel like there's a no-fly zone back there. So I'm really happy for our defense, and we're gonna need them the whole way through.
The efficiency in the second half offensively. What do you attribute that to?
The line up front, Drake making the calls, and just everybody else doing their jobs. You got to give it to everybody doing it 111. So proud to the offense and shout out to the defense.
Drive to drive. I mean, in covering, I'm back there. I'm just seeing him just move around the pocket, and obviously he's a good athlete. So he's gonna get his scrambles. He'll run for about 10, or however long. But the boys just kept hunting, and we got to him. So it's good to see.
Like Vrabel said, the big dogs come out in January. Does that make your defense a bunch of big dogs? Have you heard that before?
I mean, I never heard that, but when he said that, I said, all right, for sure. We're going to take that challenge and, go out there and try to do that, you know what I'm saying? Come out and come out together, as one. We're a unit, so, yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, man.